watching Let's Chat.
For 7 or 8 years, many of you heard our next guest. He was a very familiar voice on Chattanooga radio, and now we're going to make him a very familiar face here on News 12. One of our latest team members, part of the News 12 family, Brad Giese. Brad, good to see you and welcome aboard.
Great to see you, Chip. Thank you for having me.
You're a big old boy.
Yeah, pretty big.
I thought I was a tall guy, and then I stood next to Brad, and it's like, wow, you are what, 6'8"?
6'6".
6'6".
I like to say 6.5 feet tall, and it sounds taller that way, but 6'6".
And a voice that just projects forever.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you here. Tell us what you envision, and by the way, Brad will be joining Kay and me each weekday morning starting at 5 o'clock. Tell us what you want to bring to that particular morning show table.
Well, first of all, I think we have some great camaraderie. We've known each other. We became friends when I was working at the radio station, and that really helped. And
right.
Thank you for your help. And Kay's wonderful. I see us doing a lot of laughing, and a lot of perhaps poking fun at each other. Everyone likes to see someone get ribbed a little bit.
Sure. No shortage of that. No shortage of that. And this is not your first or second broadcast job. You've been in the business for a long time, right?
40 plus years, yeah.
Really? 40 plus years? Yeah. You started when you were like, what, 12?
18. Yes,
18. A little bit about your history.
For the first 50 years of my life, I was a California native, born and raised in California.
Right.
Didn't know anything else. The pace became too hectic. I like to describe it like Disneyland, where they let too many people in.
Right.
And everyone's like, I gotta pay, I have to pay this, I have to pay this. So my wife and I decided to take our brother and sister-in-law up on their offer to come and stay at their place while we looked for a place to live.
Right.
And it didn't take us long to realize we didn't have to look any further than Chattanooga. Chattanooga has everything.
Yeah.
Beautiful community, good, kind people. Mm-hmm. That was a very big attraction. And plus the cost of living is dramatically.
Yeah, a lot better than California, isn't it? All right, and you're the proud parents of one daughter who is?
Paxton. She's 29. She was smarter than us, I think, when she was 14. I think that's when she first became smarter than we were.
Right.
And she still lives in California. She's visiting next month, so maybe I'll be able to bring her by and introduce you.
Down. Well, we are looking forward to having you join us each weekday morning starting at 5. Things around here are a little different. Can you handle the schedule? I know you did mornings for years, but this kind of cranks it up a little bit. You got to be here earlier.
I can handle it, but I will say that I'm adding new curse words to my already voluminous vocabulary when that alarm clock goes off.
Yes, you were just speaking in italics. That's all it is. So anyway, Brad Giese, we look forward to having you on board.
Uh-oh.
Time now for the speed round.
Uh-oh.
All right. Just respond. Don't think a whole lot about each answer. Are you ready?
Sure.
Are you sure?
I'm sure I'm ready.
Some of the questions on here may be a little intense.
Lay them on me.
Speed round. Here we go. The book or the movie?
The book.
The book? All right. The mountains or the beach?
The beach.
The Beatles or the Stones?
Stones.
Crunchy or creamy?
Crunchy.
Boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
Ginger or Marianne?
Easy one. Marianne.
Marianne. Let's see here. Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Trek.
Star Trek. All right. Bacon or sausage?
Bacon. Bacon. Love bacon.
You gotta love this guy more and more, don't you? Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
The Munsters or the Addams Family?
Munsters.
You win. I think you passed on all four, all the questions.
Those were life important questions.
Well, this is just going to be a prelude to what we're going to ask you when you join us full time on the morning show starting on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
So a little bit of a hint here for that. And I do think the way we've been told you're going to join us at the Salvation Army tomorrow, actually at Hamilton Place for a bit, as we do the Battle of the Bells, and then you hit the door or hit the anchor desk starting on Friday. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Any, all kidding aside, any butterflies, any trepidations, any?
Sure,
like
I have some. Getting used to talking on microphone took a little while, but once I got used to it, it became natural. I think the camera will be much the same once I just get used to those overall. You know, sure, there's a lot of people watching me, but I've got my friends and family right here around me.
Sure, we do provide a heck of a support group around here for the new folks who come in the door, and we're glad to have you here joining us. And again, Brad will be on board with Kay and I each weekday morning starting at 5 o'clock, and I believe that does begin this Friday. If you're saying these speed round questions were tough, wait till Kay gets a hold of you. Wait till Kay gets a hold of you. Again, Brad Giese, as I mentioned a moment ago, you heard Brad on WGOW and KZ106 for a number of years. As a familiar voice, now he's going to be a familiar face here with us, and we look forward to having you on board.
I'm so glad to be part of such a good team.
We're
a great team.
Glad to have you here as part of our wonderful team. All right, that'll about do it for this edition of Let's Chat. Again, tomorrow we are at Hamilton Place. It's the Battle of the Bells to benefit the Salvation Army. Come on out, make your donation. Hopefully you'll get to meet Brad, me, Kay, and all the rest of the gang that'll be there. We will have live periodic reports throughout the day starting tomorrow morning as well. See you back here later on today for News 12 at noon.